Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. It takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. 7, Hawk 70, Hawk 7, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, Dragon 60, 19 tight, 19 tight. Come 19, come.
To throw now, Dart. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
18, Warrior 70, Mustang 19.
Throwing his Dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a 1st down.
79 Broncos.
Dart. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 37. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To the air again, Dart. A look to the outside as they try to set up the screen. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Giants nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
60 Bison, 60.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Second and 9.
Throwing is Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. You talk about this Giant defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing his dart. That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This 2nd and 4. Throwing, dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality.
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And this guy born just across the Hudson in the Bronx, Saquon Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over possession here from the 44. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeaux. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
At their own 46-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
First and 10 at the
Here's Dart.
5-yard line.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Giants had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again. Here's Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game. The coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Dart going to look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 53 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, look at the Jew. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now 2nd and 3.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
Forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Go Silver, ready?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second and 11 now. Hurts sets up to throw it. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one early on that first quarter. They didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Dart going to give to Scatteroo.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Now Dart.
And he fires one incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. They'll give it to Scatteroo.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run here with Scatteroo.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half.
Giants 20, Eagles 7.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think they were overly hard on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we meant to dial things back a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Dart. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Keely Ringo getting home from his spot in the secondary. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Dart. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
19, Tiger, 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll fire this one quickly to Austin. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Dart once more. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 19 Lion.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw, Dart. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jalen Carter forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Reek Willen. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that. 63, 63. Hey, 73, 73. Don't touch.
Hurts. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
He finds his man Johnson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
On target to his man, Likely.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
60 Bison. Let's go.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
70, 60, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
The short one there, caught by Likely. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jalen Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Dart. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines will raise their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Scatterboo. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Try to take this home, they'll run. And this time he is in. Cam Scatterboo, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Eagles 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A beautiful fake. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 22-yard line.
at the line. This Philly offense set to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's got his man on the out route. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Carl Laviani, 63. Carl Laviani.
Back to throw again. And not going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines.
Jalen Hurts taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On the handoff, this is Scatterby. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants
in trouble, and he's taken down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.